Hi everybody, welcome back to Storytime with Grandma Kate. Today I'm going to start a new Junie B. Jones book for my friends Abby and Sammy. They loved the Junie B. Jones and the Lucky Blucky Fruitcake, and they are now first graders. So I'll be reading Junie B. Jones, First Grader at Last today. Today's story does not begin like the normal Junie B. Jones books start with. Chapter 1 is called First Grade Surprises, and it actually starts with our friend Junie B. writing in her journal, and there's a picture of her writing. Do you have a journal at home? I keep a journal myself, although I don't write in it every day, but it's nice to have in case I need to write about my feelings or write about what's going on. Do you like to write in a journal? If you've never done it, you might want to try it. This says, Dear First Grade Journal, yesterday was the first day of school. It is new here. Today my teacher handed out these journals. He is making us write in these dumb things, only I don't even know what to write. My teacher has muscles and a mustache. His name is Mr. Scary. He made that name up, I believe. I am not even scared of him hardly. From Junie B. Jones, first grader. I put down my pencil and I looked at what I wrote. I did a sigh. I would like to go home now, I said to just myself. Shh, said a girl named May. I am still trying to do my work. And there's May. She looks kind of grumpy, doesn't she? That's what Junie B. would say. She looks grumpy. May sits next to me in the back of the room. I do not actually care for that girl. Just then my teacher stood up at his desk. His mustache smiled real friendly. Okay, boys and girls, you can stop writing now, he said. As I told you earlier, we will be working in our journals quite often this year. In fact, it won't be long until your journal starts feeling like an old friend. I rolled my eyes at the ceiling. What kind of an old friend looks like a dumb notebook, I said. Shh, said May again. You shouldn't talk while the teacher's talking, Junie Jones. I looked at her real annoyed. B, I said. My name is Junie B. I think I have mentioned that to you before, May. I leaned closer to her face. B, 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 I said. After that, I slumped in my seat and I put my head on my desk. I peeked at the other children who sit near me. Their names are Herb and Lenny and Jose. I do not know them from a hole in the ground. I did another sigh. First grade is not what it's cracked up to be. My room is room 1. I was nervous when I came here yesterday. That's how come Daddy had to carry me all the way to the room, 'cause my legs felt like squishy jello. He put me down inside the door. Well, here we are, Junie B, he said. First grade at last. My stomach had flutterflies in it. Also, my arms had prickly goosebumps, and my forehead had drops of sweaty. I am a wreck, I said. I remember when I was a teacher on the first day when I taught first grade, I would throw up every year on the first day of school because I was so nervous. Well, I know how Junie B. Jones feels. I was a wreck too. That means I didn't feel good. Daddy smiled, very nice. There's nothing to worry about, Junie B, I promise, he said. You're going to love first grade. Just think, there's a whole room full of brand new friends just waiting to meet you. He ruffled my hair. Are you ready to go in now, he asked. Are you ready to begin your first grade adventure? I looked at him a long time. Then I quick spun around and I zoomed down the hall as fast as I could. Daddy zoomed after me. He caught up with me speedy quick and he carried me back to my class. Only this time he carried me straight into the room. As soon as he put me down again, I hid behind his legs 'cause that place was a zoo, I tell you. There were people everywhere. There were girls and boys and mothers and daddies and grandmas and grandpas, plus also there were drooly babies and strollers. Then all of a sudden, my whole mouth came open because good news, I finally saw someone I knew. I jumped up and down and all around. Hey, Daddy, it's Lucille, I hollered. Remember Lucille? Lucille was my bestest friend from kindergarten last year. Lucille was standing at a desk next to the window. I ran to her in a jiffy, and I hugged that girl, and I couldn't even stop. Lucille, it's me, it's your bestest friend from kindergarten, Junie B. Jones. I tried to pick her up. I'm so glad to see you, friend, I shouted real joyful. Lucille pulled my arms off of her. Stop it, Junie B, stop it, she said. You're wrinkling my new back-to-school dress. This thing cost a fortune. I stopped hugging her. Lucille smoothed and fluffed herself. I smoothed and fluffed her too. There, I said, good as new. After that, I grabbed Lucille's hand and I started to pull. Come on, Lucille, let's go find 2 desks together, I said. I think we should sit near the door. Want to, huh? If we sit near the door, we can stare at people who walk down the hall. Lucille yanked her hand away. No, Junie B, no. I'm going to sit at this desk right here, she said. I already picked it out with my 2 new friends, Camille and Chenille. She pointed at the door. See them over there, she said. I met them before you came. They are saying goodbye to their mother. Aren't they precious? I looked at Camille and Chenille, and guess what? My eyes popped right out of my head. Because wowie, wow, those girls were twins, that's why. I sprang way high in the air. Twins, they're twins, Lucille. This is our lucky day. And there they are. Sammy and Abby, you guys are twins, aren't you? But you don't look the same. You're called fraternal twins. That means they're twins that don't look the same. But I think these girls are the kind of twins that look the same. What are those called? Congenital twins? I think so. Identical twins, that's what they're called. Identical. And fraternal means they look different. So there you go. Come on, Lucille, let's go touch them. Hooray, hooray, before a line forms. Lucille did not budge a muscle. Stop it, Junie B. Quit pulling on me, she said. Camille and Chenille don't want to be touched, and besides, I am their new best friend, not you. I looked surprised at that girl. Yes, but I can be their bestest friend along with you, right, Lucille? I asked. All I have to do is meet them, right? And then all of us can be bestest friends together. Lucille shook her head. No, Junie B, I'm sorry. You and I have already been best friends, remember, she said. We were best friends for a whole long year, and so now it's time for Camille and Chenille to get a turn. I did a shrug. It's only fair of me, she said, and besides, their names rhyme with my name, and yours doesn't. She wrinkled her nose very cute. Camille and Chenille and Lucille. See, isn't that darling? After that, Lucille gave me a pat. Don't be sad, okay, she said. You and I can still be friends, Junie B, just not on a regular basis. After that, she waved her fingers and she said, ta-ta, and she skipped to Camille and Chenille. That's too bad for Junie B. Tomorrow, I'm going to read you a chapter called More Surprises plus Herb. We'll get to meet Herb. But anyway, until I see you next time, have a great day. And thank you, Abby and Sammy, for asking for more Junie B. I always love reading those books for you. Have a great day. Bye-bye.